Hello and welcome everybody to the Imladris Beta Faction Showcase for Edain 4.4, obviously. Tried this a couple times now, and I was playing on Brutal, and apparently Brutal Mordor doesn't suck anymore. And what was happening was my AI was getting killed, and then I was just getting 2v1 to death. So what I'm going to do instead is just put them all on hard so I can show this to you guys without having to struggle and be able to show everything to you properly. So let's get right into it. We're doing the Battle of the Last Alliance, so we're playing on Udun as Imladris and Gondor. That's the theme of the video, I suppose.
Our homes must be
Alright, let's go claim that farm. I will show all the buildings and stuff to you in just a moment. I'm just getting everything built so my economy can get going. But I shall hover over descriptions and stuff. Don't worry. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna focus on the competitive aspect as much as I can in this video. If you want to see more, just like zooming in on the units and stuff, I suggest you go and check out Rude Devil's faction overview. He will be uploading one probably around the same time as me. So, if it's not up yet, check it in an hour. Grab that.
We're finished with this structure.
Okay. Just gonna grab the last two outer farms and then I shall hover over the buildings for you. Give me that. So in case you're wondering what I'm building the Hobbit farms. These decrease the cost of Dunedain. Dunedain come from the outpost, which I will be showing you shortly. Got to deal with a troll first.
My arrows will fly true.
Troll is over here. This is the last regular farm plot that I've got to claim.
We're finished with this structure.
Alrighty, Arwen, Noldor, shoot him. Let's retreat. Let him chase after me. Alright, come on. There you go. There we go.
Our homes must be defended.
Okay, so let's have a little look at the building, shall we? So you've got your Eregian Forge, that's basically a Gondor blacksmith with Elven version. Writing Workshop, which is it just reduces your spellbook power time. The Rivendell Barracks, Rivendell Stables, Rivendell Siege Works, Rivendell Battle Tower, Resting Place, which is a combination of a well and a heroic statue, and then finally you've got the library, which is Imladris' central building. It's the most important structure for Imladris. It's kind of like how Sauron is central to Mordor. That structure is central to Imladris. Same sort of thing. Yeah, they made the trample a lot better. Alright, grab that gold. And that Harbin farm. Okay, let's have a look at the spellbook power. So you got your Horn, Heal, Elven Wood, and then you've got the Arnor Hobbit summon. Breeze of Manway, which is very similar to Fellwind, except instead of pushing enemies towards the center of where you cast it, it just pushes enemies away. It's like a wave, basically, a wave of air. The Light of the Even Star, it's kind of bugged, as you can see by the name. I've got to write a smaller description for it, but basically it buffs Arwen so that health regeneration and spell regeneration for herself and for nearby allied heroes is increased by 25%. Song of Luthien, which is an ultra stun. It's like the River of Mirkwood on steroids. Basically, you cast this somewhere, and enemies will be frozen for like 30 seconds over time. It does take a little bit to kick in, but once it does, my god, it's so good. Good old Tom Bombadil. Everybody knows Tom Bombadil. Light 'em On, which is your standard cloud break with an elven twist, just like the Elbereth Gilthoni of the Lothlorien. Eagle Summon, Flood, and then the coolest one is the Last Alliance of Elves and Men, which summons Gil-galad and all the other great heroes from the Siege of Mordor. I should probably grab Heal and fix Arwen before she dies. Okay, give me another one of them. Give me that and that.
They are no match. The enemy is upon us.
Alright, I got the Hobbit farm up, so it should defend itself now. How are we doing on the middle? Nobody's taking it. Alright, cool. I'm just working on getting... You have to get these upgrades. Here, I'll hover over them for a second for you. This one's about to finish, so...
It's the enemy base.
So you can see what they do. And basically, you have to upgrade those to upgrade your barracks.
We must stand against them. We come to protect Middle Earth.
That was close.
Watch for the enemy. They must fall.
What I just bought there is a well. Imladris can get wells on their walls to heal their people.
Stay focused.
Pretty cool. As you can see, they can just cut through a lot of units.
With haste.
Your standard units are really strong. 1180 health on those guys. Alright, the last one's researching there. Then I can start getting Blade Masters. Blade Masters will cut through orcs real quick. They're literally, that's what they're designed to do. So things are going good this time. The AI is still doubling Gondor pretty hard, but I can actually survive somewhat. So
It's a tribe of goblins.
I'm gonna go for double defensive measures on that.
Now it's a small goblin lair.
I have made my choice.
Get you outside, Arwen.
We've expanded the barracks.
Alrighty, Blade Masters, get out here. Actually, I should probably get Glorfindel first.
The light of the even star does not
Alright, there we go.
pass away.
So, Arwen, off your horse.
It is mine to give to my will.
Glorfindel. How are we doing here? Just need to get the second level there, and then that will have the hobbits defending it as well as a tower, which is pretty good. Hobbits are surprisingly effective at defending it because they respawn quickly, so
You can see the enemy.
you can just they can hold off people. All right, doing okay, doing okay, doing okay. Give me some Blade Masters, please. Get the other two basic powers real quick.
I serve the House of Elrond.
Get over here, Glorfindel.
The enemy is near. They attack.
Okay. And then I want some archers after that. Probably gonna lose that farm.
Bring spears
It's alright,
from
though.
Mithlund.
I just did that purely to distract them. So that I could get one of them, probably the second most important building for Imladris gameplay, and that is the Dunedain Outpost. This is up there with Mirkwood in terms of its defensive qualities. It is really strong.
The enemy is at hand.
Zero Gall Pikes. Not cool, bro. Okay, guys, you need to listen to me. Whatever, that farm is fucked. Nothing I can do about it.
Protect Middle Earth. We come to protect Middle Earth. Weapons
Archers,
ready.
over here. Quickly. Quickly! As you can see, they can, they slow and weakened enemies, which is pretty cool.
The enemy has made camp here. Punch through.
Let's help to the Blade Master's got. 1180, same as the others.
Let them not rest.
Alright, I need to get my army over there. Because they have archers that are whooping my ass. Alright, Dunedain camp is finished. Good. Give me a tower. It comes with, just by default, you get 3 archers on top of it, and then you can get an archer tower which has 3 more archers on it. If there's heroes in there. Yep. Kill them.
Run the enemy into darkness.
Poor Gildor. Alright, give me that. And that. No, that's not Gandalf. That was a sound effect from using the ability I just used for Arwen.
The fighting has begun. Corruption ends.
Heh, you kill my You kill my...
To protect Middle-earth.
I forgot his name. You kill my Gildor, I kill your Gorbag.
I have no such choice. See, Liliana,
Watch for the enemy.
Go ahead and heal up.
My bow will find its mark.
Good for you, Gildor. Alrighty. Factory tent. So this is basically, that was a tower I researched. This is basically Dale. Same thing. Factory tent gives you command points, and troop tents is your recruitment, and healer tent is your, well, it's pretty much Dale, is what it is. So a wild Nazgul appeared. It wasn't very effective.
They attack.
Poor Nazgul. Have a nice sleep, motherfucker.
Match their strength.
Alright, let's kill this guy.
We
Oh,
must hold
shit.
them off.
Get away from him.
Swiftly. Away.
Let the two that can actually do it handle them.
Away. Take them out. I will be your guide. Keep them at bay.
You really want to kill Gildor. I mean, I know he's a shitty hero, but come on, guys.
Hurry.
Thank you, Gondor. Okay. Give me the twins. Some more Blade Masters. Actually, no, fuck the Blade Masters. I need archers.
Fighting has begun.
Troop tents. Yeah, I'm not at all worried about this building. It has 6 archers on it. It can, as you can see, just look at all those arrows going out. You can deal with a huge amount of enemies.
It's the enemy base. Settle.
Okay. Hobbit farm, please.
Ready, elves. Keep your wits sharp.
So this formation, it's got a spelling error, but basically it makes you immune to trample.
Of such skilled and courageous warriors.
So it's very important, or not important, but very useful.
We're finished with this structure.
Getting some more archers coming out now. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go with production 1, pantry 2 on most of my things. 4 and 5. 5 Hobbit farms. It's pretty good.
I must tell you one.
There's one thing I'm not allowed to show you guys yet that's meant to be a surprise, which is too bad because they're really cool. I'll only say it's a unit. I'll not say anything else. Yeah, Gondor should be able to handle a single enemy, surely.
The enemy is near.
See, Liliana,
The enemy's buildings are near. Ready, elves.
Okay, let's go and heal up by my wall well. And let's get some Dunedain out here. As you can see, Dunedain super cheap with the Hobbit farms. That's why I went for them. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you basically a competitive aspect of what I'd be likely to do against a human. Dunedain Camp Rush is very effective. It has a huge amount of defense. It's got all these guys and the archers as well.
We Dunedain will fight for
In
you.
fact, it might actually have taken the cake for most well-defended outpost, which previously belonged to Mirkwood.
Evil is upon us. Stay
Rivendell archers wrecking those Mordor orcs. Alright, how we doing over here? Doing pretty good. Okay, now I need to get some command points going. Got the income, now I need the troops. I've got 6 power points. Let's help out Gondor, shall we? Go flying, motherfuckers. Hobbits!
stand firm.
I need to get the healer tent here, which I can do after that finishes.
The enemy's buildings are near. We'll protect these lands. We must hold them
As for
off.
us,
Twins, I'll go over all of the abilities of the heroes after I've got them on the ropes.
we have learned.
Holy crap, the twins are loud. Alright, let's get a healer tent there. I'll go, yeah, and what I was saying there, I'll go over all the hero abilities and the unit abilities and stuff here in a little bit. I just have to get Mordor on the ropes. I have to get an army that I can safely just trust to handle themselves. Looks like my hobbit saved the day.
Everyone have a rock ready. Gather round. The fighting has begun. We'll show 'em.
Bye-bye, Camus. Alrighty. Yeah, the difference of the Hobbit summon is, obviously, it doesn't come with Panda Brass in this version. Just hobbits. Hobbity hobbits. Okay, 4, and then I'll give you double production. That should be fine. This has the healer tent, so... Oh, shit. That's a catapult. You're not allowed to make siege, Mordor. That's intelligent. You can't do that. You can't be doing that.
Together. Together.
Here comes a troll.
Let none escape. The enemy has made captive.
Get back. Back to the healer tent.
We have them. Drive them off.
I can't target the troll. Kill him. Kill him. Alright. Well, hobbits, as much as I love you, the Dunedain camp is more important. Oh dear. Okay, maybe move when I order you to? If that wouldn't be too much trouble.
Steady. Let none escape.
Stay alive. Stay alive. Alright, we need many Dunedain and Halberad. So, how we doing here? All my upgrades are completing. Perfect. That should give me exactly 1,800. So these are your upgrades here. I'm gonna focus on getting troops right now, though.
We'll protect these lands.
Fucking catapults. Piss off.
It is a pleasure to make the acquaintance of such skilled and courageous warriors.
Annoying motherfuckers. Get on your sword, Halberad.
Stay focused, elves.
That one.
Perhaps there is something you can do for me.
Okay. Yeah, the Dunedain outpost is super tanky. It can be relied upon to hold against very overwhelming odds.
The enemy is upon us.
Alright, now we're starting to float a little bit. So I think I'm going to get... Elrond. I'm going to save up for him. Those, Blade Masters. Okay. Alrighty. So... Oh, actually, I should probably grab this too. Get the, special abilities for my elite units.
Stay sharp. Keep your senses. We Dunedain.
The place has
come
an
to
evil
protect
name,
Middle Earth.
but I have traveled there in the past without incident. Things may be different now.
Yeah, Halberad and the twins each got cloaks from an old or an old Lord of the Rings movie, I think. Because Halberad directly references both Rivendell and Aragorn. So, yeah, I think that I'm not sure where their quotes are from, but it's definitely something Lord of the Rings related.
You ought to be commended for your skill and daring.
Oh my God! Fuck off!
We bring spears from Middle Earth.
Stupid Mordor catapults. Well, as tanky as the elves are, I suppose it's fair that they can't directly take a catapult shot to the face. I suppose that's reasonable.
The fighting has begun.
Alright, and then... Yep, that'll do.
Steady. We have them.
Alright. Pretty good force. I don't want to use up the rest of my command points because I want to show you guys the lore masters. As you can see, they got 60 command points. I do want the Dunedain swordsmen to die, because those are taking up command points that I could use for the...
Be on your guard.
Alright, get back. Back, I say.
Welcome to Rivendell.
Elrond, get up here. So yeah,
That was my thought as well.
Glorfindel can mount, Arwen can mount, and Elrond can mount. So you can make you can lead a real powerful cavalry force. Okay, Dunedain, you need to retreat. You need to go and die when I tell you to die. please.
The enemy has made camp here. Evil is upon us.
Alright, let's get our upgrades. Like so. You guys are control 1.
Be on your
6
guard.
power points, so you know what that means. Old Tom Bombadil, he's a merry fellow. Bright blue his jacket is, and his boots are yellow. Alrighty.
We bring spears from Midland.
That's the one and only time you'll ever hear me sing, by the way.
Stay on guard. Protect these
I
lands.
advise you to make your way to Rivendell.
Okay. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. And as well as, you can see you can get battering rams from the Dunedain camp, which is very, very important, obviously, if you're up against an enemy that you need to deal with quickly, which is pretty rare, I think, as elves.
Defend the elven lands.
They've probably got the strongest late-game army. So, the lore masters, that's a whole thing. Alright, you're going to have to give me a minute. I got to produce a few of these guys before I can show them to you properly. Just be patient.
They should have returned long before
We
now,
have them.
Okay,
but it seems to have amounted to nothing.
They are no match.
let's get some upgrades going a little bit. Well, I should actually probably cancel this guy. Get this army upgraded, and then I can,
The enemy's buildings are near. Advance.
once I get the army upgraded, then I will get lore masters. I'm just kind of hoping that in all this combat that's going on over here, my heroes end up leveling up from it. That's kind of what I'm banking on. Only got 1 swordsman left. I guess I lost one at some point.
Truthfully, I would be happy for the extra hands.
Looks like Gondor's winning on their side.
The enemy approaches.
Okay.
Be alert, sentry. The fighting has begun.
So, what that... You did see that right. I bought Forged Blades and then I bought it again. That's because this second one is called Blades of Eregion. It's an alternate or an additional upgrade with it, that Imladris gets, where it increases their attack speed. Really cool.
Line it up. It's the enemy. Must protect the woods. Weapons. Keep your wits sharp.
It just got gloomy.
Line it up.
Mordor's always got to ruin the fun.
We must protect the woods. Watch your footing.
He's shooting at me.
Drive back these foul creatures. Don't let them through. Settle.
Okay.
Leave none standing.
Oh yeah, Gondor's really winning over there.
I advise you to make your way to Rivendell.
We must protect the woods. We must protect Middle
Everybody
Earth.
upgraded?
There was an
I
alarm.
think so.
Ready as hand.
Except for my Dunedain. The Dunedain are upgraded through Halbarad. He has an upgrade system. I'll show it to you. Oh, don't. Okay. Pretend you didn't see that. I wasn't supposed to show that. Terribly sorry. Everybody's gonna pause and look at that name. Fuck. Muscle memory, I tell you.
The
Whatever.
place has an evil name,
So you
but
saw
I
their
have
name
traveled there
or
in the past
their
without
description
incident. Things may be different now.
if you paused. Or you could be good and not pause. Or maybe I'll put in a black box there and I will prevent you from seeing that. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Alrighty,
We
so
will defend the elven lands.
there we go. 4 lore matters. That'll be good. That's what I need. Now I just need this Mordor over here to stay alive for a little bit so that I can finish building my army.
Stay on guard. Elves of Midland.
Want to make sure that... Okay, they don't have it.
Stand firm. Stay down.
It can be tricky to make sure that you got everything.
Our homes must be defended. We
Okay,
will
they don't have
defend
it.
the elven lands. Ready, elves.
Now these guys are really cool. Gold-tipped arrows of Eregion. They increase the attack of allied units that are near the impact point. So it's literally like as you're fighting the enemy, your guys get stronger just from your archers shooting in. It's really cool. I love that idea.
Sentry.
Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but hey man, who cares about making sense? Logic is for losers.
Defend the elven lands.
Well, when it comes to games anyways.
Settle. Line it
You.
up.
Yeah, the only way you can tell, as you can see, default force blades is blue, and then the special blades are like that pale white. So
I advise you to make your way to Rivendell.
that's how you tell what units have it and what units don't. It's still tricky though.
Our homes must be defended.
You need it?
Contain them.
Okay, how are we doing over here? 3 lore masters? That's 4. Alright. So, you've got 4 different lore masters. You got earth, water, light, and air. Right? So, you upgrade each of them, and they come with a different type of attack and an ability. So, the lore master of water, he slows enemies, and his ability is Water of the Bruinen, which heals allies. The Earth Lore Master is the Building Killer, as you might expect. He does a mini earthquake that does good damage to buildings, and then Tremor, which disables buildings. You've got the Lore Master of Light, which is your Hero Killer. He does high single target damage, or like a high damage in a small area. And his ability is Flare, which terrifies enemies. And then finally, you've got the Lore Master of the wind, or air, and he's like a knockdown type, and he knocks people down when he hits them. Army of the Dead. Oh, cool. And his ability is Breeze from Valinor, which gives you 50% speed and knockback resistance. Now, what you probably already saw is that these guys can combine. Every single combination has a different special ability. So what's there's 4 units. So that means there's, I want to say, 16 different combinations, because each one can combine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or wait, no, it's not 16. So it's, he can combine with 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 combinations. So there's 6 different combinations you can get with 4 different units, and they all have different abilities. I feel like my math is wrong there, but I'm going with 6. I'm going with 6. Somebody correct me in the comments and tell me how stupid I am. Anyways, I don't really use them. I much prefer to get an army, but I am obviously showing you guys Imladris, so I've got to show you everything. Speaking of which, I better get a stables. Alright, that's all the infantry I'm going to need. So let's get a stables and show you guys the Imladris cavalry. Siege Works, it's literally just a catapult. They do have one.
All has been quiet.
They have one special feature, which is they can use something. They can use their dazzling shot, which is like it like stuns enemies with terror, basically. But it's overall, it's not really worth getting a Siege Works just to show that to you. What I will say though is one of the balance changes coming with the beta. Rams now cost 40 command points instead of 20. And I believe catapults are 60 command points instead of 30 or 40 or whatever they were. So it's going to be a lot more difficult to just spam rams now, which was a real problem in the previous patch. Alrighty, Green Bastard is done. So let's get Horseman Shields so that I can get some Wind Riders, and that will round me off actually. Basically, Rivendell Lancers. Oh wow, 120 CP for them too. I guess I could. How much are the Dunedain archers worth? 90? No, I'd have to kill off an Elven archer. Alright, let's kill off an Elven archer. Trying to show everything to you guys here. I don't normally make cavalry unless, because the thing about cavalry is, like, it's good against Mordor, but Blade Masters are also really good against Mordor. So, you know, Blade Masters are just more affordable, because they only cost 500, whereas cavalry, as you can see, is not cheap. Now, granted, you can discount it by going for regular farms out here instead of Hobbit farms, but I just think it's much more reliable to go for an infantry strategy than to go for cavalry. That's just my opinion. Because those Dunedain archers are really solid, very dependable.
You may be needed more urgently elsewhere.
As you can see, my lore masters shooting in their crazy effects. The last thing I'm going to do in this video is go over the hero abilities. Aerosaur. Because I actually need money at this point. Alright, don't need that anymore. So let's get these and fill our base with towers. So here's the Wind Riders. I shall show them to you momentarily. Let me just upgrade my base, make it look as pretty as it can.
The enemy is at hand.
Alright, one more. There. Okay, so Wind Riders. Let's have a look at them, shall we? Rockin' Sul, Sindarin Wind Riders. Unyielding, Wind Riders cannot be thrown to the ground. That's 100% period. They can never be knocked down. With the wind, lose 90% less speed when they trample enemies, but also deal 90% less damage. Legend Slayers. For 30 seconds, the Wind Riders gain 40% melee damage against heroes and monsters. The bonus is increased to 60% melee damage. So they are very, very good. Very, very, very good. And then you've got your Rivendell Lancers. Ride down. Twice as much bonus damage as other cavalry if they attack from the flanks or from behind. This ability can be activated to increase their speed by 30%. These are new to me too. These abilities are always all new to me. So yeah, they're super good for trampling as well. Let's have a look at our unit abilities. So these are the Blade Masters of Rivendell. Blade Focus. The Weapon Masters deal increased damage against enemies without heavy armor. And as you read here, inflict damage to units in an area, and I guess they lost their immunity to flanking damage. Alright, these are Swordsmen. Advance. 25% damage and 35% speed, or Hold Up, which is 25% armor, and they slow down cavalry. So Rivendell is kind of like, they're all about small numbers of extremely elite troops that are good in almost any situation. That's basically what they are. Alright. Archers. Dunedain Archers are just your standard unexpected salvo. I should still have one unit of Elven Archers here, though. Yeah, there they are. So, as you can see, they slow enemies by 50% and make them do 15% less damage, and then this is their formation. They can't be trampled, but they lose 30% range. So, pretty much always have that activated. There's no good reason not to. Aerostore, he gives 50% production, which goes for resource and military structures. And then we come to the final part. I haven't shown you completely everything, by the way. There's still as well the Rivendell Pikemen and the Linden Tower, and the Linden Guardians and the Linden Tower for Imladris are completely different. They're heroic units, and they have different abilities. They're really good. But, like I said, I just don't have the command points for it. So, heal them up. Man, Mordor is like attacking me like crazy right now. Alright, Mordor, you want to attack me like crazy? I shall attack you like crazy. The Last Alliance is here. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. So, here's our heroes. He's still got that insane celestial shield, which just makes him unkillable. Conqueror, Demon of the Dark Lands. Melee units of the Last Alliance inflict heavily increased damage against buildings and may even demolish walls. Don't know if that still applies. Brave Onslaught. Anarian causes area damage for 15 seconds. It beats back his enemies with his forceful smashes. And then Isildur. Isildur! Merciless Charge. Uses sword skills to kill his enemies ruthlessly. There are allied units standing between him and his enemies. They are also going to be hit. So he gets basically crazy damage. But unfortunately, problem with the Last Alliance, it runs out real fast. Like, real fast. Okay, so here's what's left is showing you the powers. So, Favor of the Valar, that's an Athelas, basically. Hero heal. Light in the Evening Star, Fear. Nora Limasfaloth, if she's mounted and really hurt, you can get her out real easily with this ability. Doubled armor and 50% speed. Can't trample. Blessed Banner, you give this to Elven Banner carriers, mind you. And the banner barrier permanently heals all surrounding allies. But what that means, I think, is for the unit. It doesn't mean all surrounding allies. So I'll have to update that. And then we'll have a look at Glorfindel. He's pretty much the same as in Arnor. Nothing new here. Blade of Purity, Collect Starlight, Illumination, and Light of Hope. So that's all the same. All the same abilities there. You can have a look at Gildor. Simultaneously the most useless and most useful scout hero, because he's the best at scouting with Farsight, but he's the worst at combat. But yeah, Farsight, Elven Cloak. This is not applicable. Gildor's Song. He slows enemies while speeding up allies, 30% for both. Coup de Grace, single shot, heavy damage. Move on to the twins. Critical hit, same as the ability that you see if you summon them in the Grey Company for Gondor. Deception. They create a duplicate of themselves, as you can see, and they become cloaked. And then the way this works is when this duplicate runs out or gets killed, it does like an explosion that hurts nearby enemies. It's pretty cool. And then this allows you to put them on the path of either the Grey Company or the Warriors of Rivendell. I always go with Warriors of Rivendell because heavy armor is better than faster movement speed, in my opinion. Blade Prison. Select an enemy hero or monster, and you paralyze him and do damage to him. It's pretty cool looking. It's like a little spinning blade effect. And then finally, strategy. Because of their enormous experience of fighting, the twins are able to turn their enemies' strengths against them. A chosen enemy hero reduces the attack and the armor of his nearby allies for 60 seconds, and then they deal double damage against chosen hero. Halbarad. He has a weapon switch. Doesn't change any of his abilities. This is his leadership. You can just read that. Pause that and read that, because the game's about to end. I'm trying to get through these. This is a faster train for your Dunedain outpost, so you can spam out some troops. Bombardment. It's kind of like Thranduil, except archers instead of Palace Guard. And then the Dunedain Sword Strike, so it does change the last one. And that basically just affects either him and Swordsman, or him and Bowman. And then finally, we have... Okay, that mortar is dead. Then finally, we have Elrond. He's got Flood. This gets better, as you can see, 3, 5, 7, and 10. He's got a Mount. He's got a Leadership. Yep. Restoration, which is same as in Vanilla. Refreshes ability timers. And then finally, the Ring Villia, which is like it surrounds him with a miniature, like, tornado. So he lost his tornado, but he gained a new ability. So that's pretty much all the heroes' abilities in a nutshell. Sorry for the breakneck pace going through them, but you could always just, if you want to read it, you know, I hovered over all of them, so just go back and pause over each ability if you want to read it more carefully. Mind you, I haven't gone through and done my translation work that I normally do yet. I'm going to be doing that this week, so there's going to be some spelling and grammar errors and stuff because I haven't corrected them yet. But, yeah, that pretty much wraps up Imladris. The only units I missed were the Linden Guardians and the Pikemen, so that'll be a couple, and of course the one secret unit, which I wasn't allowed to show you. So, yeah, those will be surprises for you when 4.4 releases, so you can look forward to that.
I advise you to make your way to Rivendell.
But that should wrap that up. Has he got a Cirith Ungol barracks? Probably a Gildor.
My arrows will fly true.
Yes, he does. Alrighty.
You should be able to pick up their trail.
Let's finish it off with old Tom Bombadil. Old Tom Bombadil.
The enemy seems to have turned away from the Shire.
He's even got a teleport in the Edain mod. Oh, there you go. Hobbits and Tom Bombadil. What a way to end. Love me some Tom Bombadil. Good fun. So the last alliance was successful. Once again, the hosts of Mordor were driven back, and Sauron was killed. There's not really a better ending note than that. Oh yeah, and he gives heroes and allies 25% damage too. Tom Bombadil's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's have a little look here. Let's grab everything we can. There's Luthien. They're moonwalking. Pretty good way to go out, I think. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up Imladris. So I guess I'll give a few thoughts on the post screen here about the way they're going to play. Their core units that you get from their castle are really strong but few in number. And so what I think people are going to end up doing is doing what I did there, is going for Hobbit farms and rushing for that outpost, because it's an extremely strong outpost. It's really hard to take down. It's worse than Dale. It's worse than Mirkwood. Well, maybe not worse than Mirkwood, because Mirkwood's all individual, but it's definitely worse than Dale. It's harder to take down than Dale. And the units you can get from it, especially with the discount you can get on them, are extremely cheap. So I think people are going to go for an infantry-focused strategy where they start off with Dunedain, and then they move their way up to elves. And I think people are going to go for get the outpost and use it to get Halbarad for a quick hero, combined with Arwen. And then as well as that, the battering rams available at the outpost are another big thing. So that's my opinion. But Imladris has options as well. They can go for a really strong cavalry army with a lot of really good heroes that can mount up, and they have their solid elven archers as well. So there's different strategies that can be employed, but I feel like that will be the main one, because it's just really reliable to rush for that outpost and create all the Dunedain you want. So that's my prediction. So that's what I think you should all expect when it releases. Take my word for it, but at the same time, realize the fact that I'm not all-knowing. Yeah, look at that kill-death ratio, 12-37. That's Rivendell for you. But yeah, that's going to wrap this one up. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Help the channel and the Edain mod grow. Stay awesome, and I will see you in 4.4, folks.